Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Emira Stitches for those of you that doesn't know. So we're going to make this beautiful outfit and I want you to, you know, put more attention to it and you will get it all right. Okay, so I'm using this material. This is 2 years of material. I've already cut the length that I want, so I'm going to fold it into two because we are going to be cutting the back and the front together. So now this is the folding of the back and the front together. The other part that is looking bigger is the zipper allowance. Okay, so I'm trying to arrange your material very well, make sure that everything is in place. So right now we are going to be taking our shoulder measurement. Our shoulder measurement is 16, half of shoulder measurement is 16, which is 8. So we come down by 9 inches. That is where we are going to be getting our chest. Come down by 9 inches and measure that same 16. Measure that same 16 inches that you measured at the shoulder. Okay, that is how we are going to get our armhole. After measuring it, then you now put a straight line from that end. Now look for the middle. At the middle of that 9, which is 4.5, go in by half inch and mark. So you're going to connect it from the shoulder to that half inch, just like this. So right now we are going to take our bust circumference. Our bust circumference is, I'm going to take our bust circumference, divide by 4 plus 1.5 inches allowance. Okay, divide by 4 plus 1.5 inches allowance. Then we are going to mark like so and connect the armhole to it, just like this. Okay, so now we are going to measure our shoulder slope, which is 1 inch. Go to our shoulder and measure our neckline. For the shoulder to the neckline is 3 inches. So we are going to connect that shoulder slope to the shoulder neckline. Okay, so from that shoulder part we are going to take our horizontal measurement, which is from shoulder to our neckline. From shoulder to our neckline, which is 4 inches. So we are going to mark the 4 inches like so. And also we are going to mark 1 inch for the back neckline. You can mark 1.5 inches or 1 inch for the back neckline. So this is the front neckline. So from this shoulder we are going to take the other measurement. We are going to measure from shoulder to the chest point, shoulder to the bust point, and half length, and so on. So now from shoulder to the nipple, that's the bust point, is 10.5, to the under bust is 13 inches, and to the half length is 16 inches. Okay, so we take, this is okay, just want to explain more. This is the bust point. I'm just trying to mark it so that everybody will see it very well. Now this is shoulder, and this is the chest point, this is the bust point, under bust, and this is our half length, which is 16. So from the under bust we are going to be getting our hip measurement, our hip line. So from the under bust to our hip line is 10 inches. So from there we are going to take our hip measurement. Now divide your hip measurement, okay, and add 1.5 inches. Keep hip measurement and add 1.5 inches for seam allowance. Now we're going to measure our waist. So waist circumference divide by 4 plus 1.5 inches allowance. Okay, if you are not sure of your calculation, please, you can just measure it with your tape. Now we'll take the same, this is the under bust, by divide by 4 plus 1.5. Then I've already done the bust point, so we're going to connect all the whole line together. Try in a way to make it so that the edges, your markings will not be that sharp. Okay, so we are going to connect from the half length to the hip side. We're going to connect like so. Okay, I'm trying to make it visible enough for everybody to see it. Now we'll go to our hem point, that's the length of our gown. Now remember, our hip, we divided it by 4 and we added 1.5 inches allowance. Now when we are going to, whatever we are going to get there, we'll remove that 1.5 inches allowance and put it at the hem point. That's our length, our full length. We are not adding that 1.5 inches allowance that we got from the hip. Remember, we are removing it, so we are going to mark it on the length part. Okay, and this is our full length. I'm trying to demarcate it so that I will know where I'm going to fold. I added 1.5 inches allowance for the folding part. Now it's time to input our nipple to nipple measurement to get our dart. So the nipple measurement is 8. So you mark 4. You mark 4 from your underbust to your waist. Okay, so now from your half length, mark down by 5 inches. Okay, and mark your nipple measurement too and connect the line together. Remember, from that half length we marked 5 inches down. Okay, don't go beyond that. Just 5 inches down is okay. So now we are going to mark half of an inch from our underbust, from our waist to our underbust. We are going to mark half of an inch. Okay, and connect it like so. Just watch as it goes. Half inch, I connect it to the nipple, to the bust point, then half inch here, connect it to the hip side. Also do the same thing for the other side. Okay, and that is it. So now remember, after taking this dart, we are going to add more allowance from that dart. So when you measure half of an inch into 2, it will give you 1 inch. But because of this material is a stretching material, I'm not going to add 1 inch. So I'm going to add only half of an inch to this waistline. I hope you understand. Because the material is stretchy, a little bit stretchy, so I wouldn't be adding 1 inch. So I'm just going to add half of an inch to it. Okay, so now we are going to cut. So when you're cutting, first of all, cut the back neckline. Remember, you're cutting the two back and front together. So cut the back neckline and add your half inch for your shoulder, for joining, for your shoulder seam allowance. So I'm going to remove the armhole. We are marking the back armhole. We are like cutting the back armhole. This extra line you are seeing is for the front armhole. Okay, so this is our full length. Okay, and that place that I marked is our folding allowance. So I just have to notch it so that I will know that that place is for our folding allowance, and this other side is our zipper allowance. Okay, I have to trim it and remove the excess material on it. Okay, in that zipper allowance, when you come to the waist side, please try to curve it in half inch allowance. Try to curve it in half inch allowance so that you not have bulky at the zipper part of the gown. So now this is our neckline. We are going to give out that beautiful neckline. Okay, just watch as I do it. Initially I marked 4 by 4 by I be 3 by 3 inches, but when I opened it, it was looking small, so I decided to adjust it. I decided to open more of the neckline. Don't worry, when I get to that part, I'm going to show you. So this is the back neckline, and this is the facing that I'm trying to get. I'm using a facing for the back. I don't want to use cotton bias, so this is the facing that I'm going to use because of the zipper allowance. I needed it so that the this zip is going to look fine on the gown. So guys, please, if you have watched this far, please like, okay, and subscribe. We are still growing channels. We are trying to teach others like us that trying to learn, just trying to teach the little way we can. So please like, okay, like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So this is the back facing. We are going to connect it like so, and this is the front. Okay, remember I told you that 1/2 inch armhole, we are going to remove it because this is the front. This is the front part. Okay, so now it's time to talk about the neckline. Okay, just watch it carefully from the shoulder, okay, down to the full neckline. It's 7 inches. You can make it 8 inches or 9 inches depending how open you want your neckline to be. So the first line I use 4 inches and the second line I use 3 inches. Do you get it? Okay, that's how I did it. That's how I adjusted the neckline, and it was okay. So please, when you are marking yours, please try to follow the procedure. Try to follow the same line the same inches that I use, or you add more, or you do the initial one. Now this is our neckline. Remember, there is a black facing in front of the style, so we can use cotton bias, okay, to turn it, or you can create your own cotton bias. Okay, first of all, when you want to turn it, you stitch from the back of the material and you turn the whole thing in front of the material. Now this is 1.5 inches. I made it 2 inches, but it was looking big initially, so I decided to reduce it so that after sewing it's not going to look too big. It's going to have that same size of cotton bias. Okay, so you make the long strip to be 1.5 inches, so that after sewing from the back, you turn it to the front side. And top stitch on it, okay, neatly, and it's going to look very fine. So after sewing it, after all said and done, this is how it is. So I did not use up to 1/2 inch to sew it. I used 1/4 inch to sew it, and this is the full. This is 3/4 inch to of what I use in fold. On fold. So after sewing it, I decided to make a notch. All those places that have that curved, or how do I say it, design, you have to notch on it so that by the time you turn your bias, it's going to look straight. It will not have any folding. So after doing so, just fold it to the front part and top stitch on it. If the excess allowance on the material is much, please try to cut it off, trim it off. I trimmed my own off, then I mark. So after everything, this is what you are going to have. Just that's 1/2 inch, okay, 1/2 inch. So that is it. So you now go ahead and do your that. So this is our back. I've run ahead to do the neckline, but I didn't put it to the end of the zipper allowance. There was some space there. Okay, there is a reason I left a space, and this is the zipper part. I did a temporary stitches which I was going to remove before I will put my zip. Okay, now I was trying to explain when you put your zip, after putting your zip, okay, you will now use your back facing, I mean, to cover the zip so that it will not be visible. It will look as neat as possible. So now I'm going to be telling you how to duplicate your dart. Okay, you don't need to be measuring more. So this is what you do. Hold the point where you are supposed to start and give a mark, also where you are going to end and give a mark. So after everything, flip up your material and join the lines together. So the center, this is the waistline. You go out by half of an inch of each of the waistline, half of an inch here, half of an inch here, and join it together. That is it. Voila. You don't need to stress yourself marking and the measuring again. So you will see that everything that you did there are equal. So now you have to stitch according to the line that you made. This is the front. I've already gone ahead to do it, and this is the armhole. I give half of an inch on the armhole, half of an inch dart on the armhole to give it a look like princess dart, but it's not princess dart, okay, to make it look like you're wearing a princess dart cloth, but actually it's not princess dart. The outcome was very beautiful, guys, trust me. So this is how it is. Okay, so now we are going to, so this is the neckline. I told you you can either use cutting bias or you make your own bias with your material to do the neckline. So this is the zip. I've gone ahead to put the zip. So I'm going to show you what I meant by leaving that space. Okay, now after joining your sleeve, your zip, you now close back that neckline that you're supposed to close. Open your zip. Okay, now close it like so. Just watch what I am doing. Join the line back to where it's supposed to reach. Okay, just look, join it like so. Then that place that you sewed your zip, and sew the line until you get to the end of the back facing. Okay, after doing so, you flip your material and it's going to look nice. Then after that, you join your shoulder to shoulder, get your front and back shoulder, use the back facing to turn the thing, put it together like so, and stitch on it. Do the same thing to the other shoulder and it's going to look so nice. So now this is what I meant. I've gone ahead to top stitch on the neckline. You have to take the rough edges to the facing and top stitch on the neckline. So now I've gone ahead to join the remaining neckline to the zipper part. Okay, I've gone ahead to do it, and this is what we have. We have a very clean sewed zip. This is how you do your already made zip. Okay, this is how you do your already made zip with your invisible zipper, and that is how neat and beautiful it is. Okay, now it's time to join our shoulders. Okay, so after joining the shoulder, this is what I meant. You see how neat it is. The facing is that you use hemming gum to fold it in, or you interlock it. So right now I've gone ahead to join the sleeve. I'm going to be leaving a link below on where I did the sleeve. I'm not going to show everything here because the video is already too long. So I'm going to drop a link on where you are going to know how I create my own the sleeve, everything I did on the sleeve. So I'm going to be linking or dropping the link on the description box. So that is where you are going to watch how to join the sleeve. I did a full tutorial on how to join the sleeve, on the how to create the sleeve. You know, this sleeve is not just a straight sleeve, so by the time you watch it, you understand what I'm. So guys, if you've watched to this part, please like, share Okay, please like and share to our channel. So put your sleeve inside the armhole, sleeves front side. Okay, locate the shoulder part where you make a notch and put it like so, and use your pin to hold it together all the way down to the armhole. Then after doing so, you join it and it's going to give you a good result. So guys, thank you for watching. And this is our outfit. It's looking very beautiful. God bless you.